I have an echo? Wait,
Okay.
do you have an echo?
No, do I?
We're late. I don't think so. I think we're good. Are
I
we
don't.
late again? We're
If
late
you see
again.
me being early, no, you don't. You're just right on
It's all
time.
right. We're just late, so
You're
it's
right on time.
fine. We late, and I'm behind, and I hurt.
Well, you have been suffering. You've been falling apart.
I know. Don't get old, Jeff. You just things just
I
start falling.
I wish I could stop. It's funny. I was talking to my friend who's younger than me, but in her 30s, and she's like, "Oh, in your 30s, everything just starts to fall apart." I'm like, "Everything, mental,
Everything.
physical,
Wait till you hit
emotional."
40. Okay, so hold on. I'll reshare what I have, but let me show you what my dad sent me today for my back. He was like, "You should get this for your back and get one. And if you like it, I'll buy you some for your birthday." This is how old I
Oh,
am.
huh? What is Tommy
It's a
Copper?
a full back support shirt.
Wow. What does it
This,
have?
I don't know. It fully supports your back, okay? With stretch compression for aches and pains when you're over 40 and everything is breaking.
That is crazy. I was like, what am I
Yeah.
looking at? Is it the leggings? Is it
It's this
uh
thing, and I didn't look at the price before when he sent it to me. That's insane. Look at that. No.
I better heal my back completely.
I
That
am
is
so old that this is what my parents want to send me for my birthday.
that's wild.
Don't
I
get
grabbed
old.
I had these moleskin notebooks that I got that
Mhm.
Andrew bought me years ago, and I just picked one
Mhm.
that I had written in a while ago because I used to use one as a workout notebook, but I was
Mhm.
like, oh, I'll grab the other one. Wow, I didn't realize this was my old one. I put "Shall we write?" and I have like story ideas. Does this say
Mm.
2019? Hold on, this is crazy.
It's
Yeah, this
meant
says
to be.
November 2019.
See, it's true, folks. She was really doing hello. She
I
was
was
really
writing
going to do
a
NaNoWriMo
NASA.
in 2019.
I did it. I
What was
completed it in 2019 and 2020. I don't know where I found a prompt from, but I was writing some like NASA story. But it was just funny to me that this is the one I picked up. I didn't even realize that.
well, mine is just this story for now. So, and I'm so behind. You've been very good. You've been very good. I've mostly been lying in bed being miserable for a few days, but
Well, you've
that's
been
okay. I've been in
done.
pain. It's okay. When we're
Yeah.
done here, I'm going to take my muscle relaxer and I'm going to drool into my pillow, as I should.
I hope you have the best sleep. Um,
Oh, I don't even want to know that life exists. That's how good I want that sleep to be.
that's
I want to wake
intense.
up with a new back.
Hopefully. So is that it? They just prescribe the medicine and like no heavy lifting, and it's just
No
time.
heavy lifting, no lifting above my head, and I have to wait for a workman's comp to approve PT and then PT.
Are you gonna listen to them and not lift?
Yes, I'm gonna do my best to listen and not
Nope.
lift.
See? No, 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 no. I said, are you gonna listen? You said, I'll do my best. That means no. You're gonna be lifting that big ass dog.
Look, oh Emma, I hurt my back at work, and I just strained it. It's okay, I'm not dying or anything, but
Kind of.
I can't lift anything, and
But she is.
I lifted the dog once,
That's a big dog.
and I'm not doing it again.
You better not. But I know you
I
will.
lift.
You're like, I had to. I know you. Hello. Thank you, Emma. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
he's
Thank
a
you.
he's a slips thing. I
Lift
just was
more.
trying to be kind and let him sleep this morning, and I thought I had more capacity than I do, and I don't.
He can get up.
Thank you. It'll get better. It's been getting better, but it's definitely slow going. It's annoying. It's just annoying. Back things are always annoying. So if I'm moving around tonight, it's because I can't sit in this chair because my new desk chair is not coming till like Monday. But when are our next sprints? Because I think the next time we sprint, I'll have a better desk chair.
Let me check my
Robin's
calendar.
here.
Hi, Robin.
Hola.
Next Tuesday I have the 15th.
Ooh, yeah, I should definitely have the chair like together, assembled with the wheels because the wheels are coming separately. Or the special wheels are coming separately. So then I'll have a more comfy experience. And hopefully that'll help me catch up because I'm so far behind. Where are you?
Let me go here. I'm at 15,919 words.
Okay, I'm not. I'm at 6,320.
But it's not zero.
It's not zero. And to be fair, I have been like mildly high as a kite on different medicines for a couple days.
Mildly.
But you need to catch up on your books. And it's not, you don't just have to write. You can do whatever you want. The question is, how long do we want to do stuff for? You want to do like 50s?
50 what? Oh, minutes?
I want to do 50 sprints. We're going to be here till 4 in the morning.
Oh my God. I think we'd be here for even longer than that.
I guess if we did really short sprints. 24 hours straight. We're going to write. My back's going to love it.
Oh, absolutely not. You would pass out or you would like seize up, I think.
I would just take my muscle relaxer halfway through and you just see me in a corner drooling and you'd have to don't mind her. She's just
okay. It doesn't matter to me the time. I've found that when I do Pomodoro sprints myself, I set it at 20 minutes and by 12 minutes, I'm like, wow, I need a break. So then I started doing 15 minutes. Then I started doing 15 minutes. Sometimes like I can just keep going, but I kept noticing that I would pause and look at the timer and it would always be 12 minutes in. So it doesn't matter. I can do
really. I get like really okay. What if we do like I like a 50, but like what if we do it is a vibe. Just me drooling in the corner, Robin.
Don't mind her.
She'll come back, don't worry. You want to do like you want to do like 30?
That's fine.
Okay. You didn't seem pleased by 50.
I think I sprinted myself out because I also did sprints earlier today with my patrons, and so I'm just like, oh.
I did not.
I did have a little nap, but it wasn't long enough.
I did the how do I make it change?
What, the time?
That time. There we go. I just had to find the right button. I got wrapped up in car buying. Remember that thing that says like significantly
I'm always like,
longer.
If I know what car I want, y'all have the internet. It should not, like, I haven't bought a car in a long time, but the last time Andrew did, I remember being there. Like, I'm like, this is absurd. Why does this take so long? I want this one. You have it. Let me get it. They're like, it'll be 6 hours. Thanks.
The thing is, like, they were like, we cleaned it. Oh, Emma, my car just like absolutely, it died. It said, I'm done here. Like the dashboard lit up like Christmas or the 4th of July or insert your flashy holiday. And I just had to get rid of it. So I sold it a couple like weeks ago. Maybe did we? I don't remember. And I finally bought a new one. It does. It takes entirely too long.
She's fancy. New ride.
New used ride. I didn't like plan on actually purchasing it today. Like maybe like putting a deposit on it, but we just kind of kept going. Like, you know, like kind of like when you're there, it felt like Vegas. You know, like you're like, I didn't mean to gamble all that money.
No. No. I spend $20 in a casino and then I'm mad and that's it.
I got a RAV4, a 2021 RAV4. It's like a pretty blue color. It's all right. But you know what disappointed me is that they're like, we need to like buff it up and do all this stuff. You know what? It wasn't that buffed up. I need to clean it. Um, so that bothers me. And there's like a little chip in the paint that I have to fix. Jesus is like, call them and make them fix it. I'm like, I'm no, just $20. Like I'm just gonna fix it. It's
I
fine.
don't know
I
what
had
I'm.
like a panic attack though when we actually decided to do this because I actually could do this. Um, and I was like freaking out because that's a lot of money, and I don't like spending a lot of money. So I had like an absolute panic attack.
Well, that's reasonable.
Yeah,
Car.
and
I want the car I want. I can't afford, so that's why I have a car I don't want. But I don't drive that often, so it's fine.
I
Um,
just wanted something I can like that was reliable and will like not be fussy or expensive to fix or basically I needed something that met my
yes.
abusive tendencies towards my car.
Oh my God, not abuse.
Well,
I just want to I want to be able to afford a really, which most of them are going to be because people take care of them, a 1998 Toyota 4Runner, but put an Apple CarPlay in it.
mm,
That's what I want.
they had the what's the like Land Cruiser? They
Yeah,
had one. They brought that back, and I'm talking to the guy because I saw it and it looked. I actually really liked it. Like it looked nice. It's totally at my price range. It's like
it looks a little bit more Nigel Thorne
$60,000.
or the Thornberries than I would like, but the 4Runner, especially the 1998, 1999.
Well, apparently the last one they made before they stopped making it, like I think like whatever he said, like 2020, 2021, and then they stopped making it and they brought it back. The ones that they brought back were like $85,000 and they're still $85,000 if you sell them new because people don't like the new ones. They like that last version they made
Yeah,
that they stopped making. Yeah.
yeah.
Um and, and I do not $85,000 for a car. I don't know who has money for cars. I'm like, who how do people afford these things?
They pay ridiculously high car payments. I paid for my car out of pocket, but it's a 2008, so but she
No,
gets
I
me from
need
point A to point B, and the AC works. So does the
we
heat.
got I got snow. I have to have something reliable.
Oh yeah,
You
well,
know?
I live down in the dumps.
Yeah, the snow is different. Snows, hills, woods. I have to have actually like a functioning vehicle.
Yeah, no. I lived in Washington when I had a company car, and it was a Malibu, which is fine, but like sometimes I would have to drive further out, and we didn't get a lot of snow, but sometimes it did, and I'm like, this is not a snow vehicle. You guys are
Yeah.
sending me. I'm driving out to the middle of nowhere in a Malibu. Like, oh,
Nah, yeah, no, we actually do need cars that can like because we could have a winter with nothing and then we can have a winter where we get a blizzard like every 4 weeks and you're just like, God damn it. Yeah.
I'm feeling.
Anyway, all right. You feeling arthritic?
I just have like I jammed this finger weeks ago and then it like was hurting and it stopped. But now it's been like a couple days it'll hurt and then it'll stop and it's just like makes my whole hand tight and hurting. It's just this one. It's just really painful.
Do stretchies.
Oh. But yeah, I don't know what the
You
fuck I'm gonna write. One of these sprints is why I got my notebook so I can write some things
need to figure out what's right.
because
I
right
gotta
now I'm
finish up.
just like vibe.
Yeah, I gotta finish up the two scenes I was working on before the before the back, and get back into like a groove. Because like I don't really know. I'm still setting stuff up, like inciting incident kind of setup stuff. So anyway, are we ready? Do you think we're ready? I don't know what's happening
I'm
anymore.
sure.
It's
There's
better when
ways
you're in
we're gonna
charge.
be. What the fuck is
It's better
this?
when you're in charge. All right, you ready? Three,
Yeah.
two, one. That's right. Can I just say that that scared me? I literally jumped. I was like, ah.
Shockingly, it didn't scare me this time.
You're used to it. Are you okay? You're getting tired?
Oh yeah, I'm tired.
Oh my god, I just jumped too. You're making it worse. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
But I have much to write, so
Same. So, but I got like 799 words. So that's pretty good.
that's
I have
good.
to stand up a little bit because my back hurts. I'm in my PJs.
Pajamas.
Pajamas. It's pajama time. 30 pages. Emma, what are you reading? What did everybody do? How's everybody doing?
I got 613 words. Lay down.
That's good. That's good.
I mean, I spent a lot of time just staring. I was like,
Oh, that's gonna be coming soon for me. I don't know how many sprints I've got in me tonight, but we're doing some sprints. Like we're doing stuff. Haunted Ever After by Jen DeLuca. Why does Jen DeLuca sound familiar? What did she write?
Jen DeLuca, Jen DeLuca. I've heard that
5
name.
words. Woo!
Yeah, then I like picked up my phone, then I was on TikTok and I was like, put your phone down, Jessica. Then I put it down, I wrote, then I picked it back up. Jen DeLuca, that's gonna bother me. Hold on. I'm just so tired.
Hello.
Hi. I'm like, yeah. Am I hungry? No, I don't think I'm hungry.
Well met.
Oh. I DNF that one.
Was that the Ren Fair one?
Yes.
I liked that one. Oh, I
I
didn't read anything else in this series. I was like, nope, I like this one. I don't need any more.
I think that yeah, there's a good God. Oh, there's 4 of them. Someone on another sprint was telling me about I think that Haunted Ever After, and so I have requested that from the library to give her another shot. So
What
hopefully
didn't
that'll
you
be
like
good.
about the Ren Fair one?
Huh?
What didn't you like about the Ren Fair one?
I don't remember. It's been too long. I mean, I DNF for all sorts of things, so who knows? Let's see if I wrote anything on Goodreads. Okay, I said DNF at 50%. It's fine. It's an easy read. I like the Ren Fair setting, but the characters are met. I have zero feels.
I have
I
zero
feel
feels.
zero feels toward the relationship. I don't feel like this is truly hate to love. Love interest is meh. Main character is I, and I know they'll get together. Something happens. They finally communicate, and then all is well. So I'll save myself the time and just stop now. That was in 2010.
I mean, I think it's like kind of the thing with some romance. Like, if it's not hitting the right way, you know
Yeah,
how it's all gonna end. Like, you can
it's like
tell everything.
exactly. I know the beats of romance is great, but I just have to be invested in the characters to get over the rest, and I just didn't care about them.
Mhm.
So that's not enough.
Yeah, it's not. You really gotta. Yeah, it's so they're so predictable. You gotta give something, spice it up, make you want to read it.
Yes, but
Oh God,
hopefully the Haunted Ever After is cute. I could use a little spooky romance, little spoopy romance. That'd
little
be nice.
spooky romance. Yeah, you know what I realized? I don't think I've ever read like a specifically Christmas book other than like A Christmas Carol.
I
Because I
mean,
keep seeing now all the like holiday romance things are coming out, you know, like the wintry romances, the Christmas
I've read
romances,
some.
the
Like one of my favorites is I forgot what it was called, but it was a Christina Lauren one, and they like go to this cabin or like a vacation house in Utah. I don't know. It was
Mhm.
just really cute. But I don't seek them out. I'm not like, ooh, it's October. I definitely like, I mean, people brought it up. I'm like, oh, that'd be cute. But I'm not like, in October, I read spooky romances. In November, I read Thanksgiving. In December, I read Christmas romances. I
Are
read
they
Valentine's Day romances. I read whatever. I don't know what else. But yeah,
next you have to do a Thanksgiving romance. That's what you have to write.
maybe
Stuffed something with stuffing.
sounds terrible. Um,
Stuffed and thankful.
mm, no, me, I'm like, it's 8:20. but I'm like kind of hungry, kind of not. But I know that I'm tired now, but I don't go to bed early because it's just what my brain is like, no, 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 we stay up. So by 10 o'clock, I'm going to be starving. So I probably should eat
I
something.
mean, you're allowed to have a snack. It is, you are an adult. You are allowed to have a snack.
Oh, yeah, but I was thinking about a full meal.
Oh, you can do that too. You could
I
even make breakfast food right now. You can do whatever
could.
you want.
I could do that. But I just have some leftovers that I'll probably eat. I just want the words to pour out of me, and they're not today. And also, this is such a mess because I have a rough outline of like things that are happening, but not dates. And so I'm doing this. I'm like, wait, what month is it? What? So I need something where they're like scheduling something, and I'm like, need to consult with calendar to know what month I'm in.
Oh my god, it happens. Look, it's supposed to be ugly.
Oh, it's ugly. It's rough. It's inconsistent. It won't. If I'm going to finish these 50,000 words, and then I'm gonna have to go back and be like, bitch, none of this. I
Makes
don't know.
sense?
Yeah, like I know there's a story, but there's so much in there where I'm like, come back and put this. Need to da da da. Like a line of, or even I like wrote something up here, and I was like, wait, what did I name that person? And I couldn't find it, so I'm like, remember
The
person's name.
notebook. You need the notebook.
So that's why
Notebook is key.
I need to, so that I can, but I just don't want to
Notebook.
lose my
Notebook
momentum
power.
because I just want to do
No,
it.
you're doing really well.
Go back.
Getting like, I almost said knocked up. That's not what happened.
No.
Getting jacked up really like took the wind out of my sails a little bit. I know I wasn't getting lots done while I was working, but I was like at least like getting a couple hundred in like every day, like before work, and then
Yeah.
no say.
Yeah, I'm trying. We're going to Texas this weekend, so I'm gonna take my MacBook because you know me, I get overwhelmed, and I'll be like, all right, peacing out for the night. I'm gonna go right, so hopefully I can stay on.
Well, today we should be at, and you can actually hit this. I will not be hitting this. 16,129 according to my little Excel spreadsheet. And I think
What
you're
did you say?
probably already there. It's supposed to be 16,129 on the 10th.
Okay, I'm at 16,532 right now.
See, like you're already ahead of the game. See, you just gotta keep a couple sprints and you'll have already made some
Yeah,
room for Texas.
because I've had a
Texas is
couple
this weekend.
days of like my last couple days have been right around 1,600, but then I did have like last week I did I had a day where I did 2,000, 1,800. So
I
yeah.
mean, to be fair, I mean, just let me think, because I'm keeping track of how much time I spent. I've only spent about like 6 hours writing, so like I'm not doing terribly.
Yes. No, you're not. Oh, I need to go
I just
change
need
put that
to
laundry
spend
in
more
the
time.
dryer. We could do a longer sprint this one because I kind of need to do multiple things.
Okay, so we want to do 50.
Sure.
Set time. All right. Are you ready? Do you need to yap? I feel like we're not as yappy today. I think like we're tired.
Yeah.
I know I'm tired. I
I'm
also
very-
like am in transition from night to day, like because I was already off this coming week. And so I was already transitioning from night to day, and that really messes with me. And with everything else, it's like I don't. The
yeah.
amount of times I've just passed out from like 3 to 7 o'clock at night, and I'm like,
Yeah. I stayed up late last night trying to catch up on Love is Blind, and then I got up at my normal time. But I tried to take a little nap. It was about like 40 minutes. It was not long enough, but I'm feeling it. But are doing some writing, so it's better than none.
yeah, we gotta do something. I mean, I've been up since 5, so like
Ooh.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
Oh.
I just like woke up at 5. I was like, all right, I just will go get coffee. Also, I'm having coffee, which is like coffee's like ADHD roulette. Like it's either gonna wake me up or put me to sleep, and I
Oh
think
my
it's more on the
god.
sleep.
Yes. Because I have fallen asleep mid coffee before or mid Red
Hmm.
Bull sometimes. And then sometimes I'm like, woo! Like yesterday, I had a protein coffee and that gave me energy. And I was like, I want to clean my baseboards. And I did.
Yeah, I don't think it actually has anything to do with the coffee. I just think you were gonna do that anyway. This is my theory. You were gonna do that anyway.
I wasn't.
Um,
It was
and
not on my list.
sometimes
It was not
no,
on my
it
list.
wasn't on your list, but your body was
It
like it was
wasn't.
brewing to
Oh.
do it. It's
But no,
all
but
you did.
sometimes I have caffeine and I'm like, "Mm," and then sometimes
Sometimes I wake up, have a coffee, and go back to bed.
yeah, it,
And this is like Cafe Bustelo in the percolator thing on the stovetop, so it's basically just crack.
mm,
A cup. And I'm like, oh, I'm sleepy.
nothing like a nighttime cup of Joe. Oh, I gotta change all these clothes.
I know.
What
Anyway,
time?
we should.
Mm,
What time of who? In the what now?
I was mumbling to myself. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Rumble. I might go get a Pop Tart and then write.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go.
One moment. I have to track down my.
Tacos. Is Nigel being bad?
Oh,
I muted you so nobody had to hear you yell at the baby. Was the baby being bad?
no, he just. I'm like lay down on the bed and he jumped off and was running, and then I thought he was gonna run into my Ethernet cord and pull it out on my computer, but
Okay. Well, he can't be doing any of that.
lay down. Oh my god, I'm so that went by really fast.
That scared the shit out of me when that cat went off. Let me just tell you, I jumped like out of my seat and I should not be jumping. I
Again,
don't know why it startles me every time. Okay, I'm easily startled.
Nigel,
But I
please.
but I got like 994 words.
Look at you.
I don't know how many more words I have in me, but
That's how I
that's
feel.
words I didn't have. I think
Um,
we do like one more of some length just to like get some stuff done, and that's it.
yeah, I'm
Because
finished
I need to sleep.
writing, but I need to load my dishwasher and
Do some prep work for the next round of writing.
yeah.
You said that unconvincingly. Like I said I wouldn't lift anything.
Oh, okay, okay. A couple hundred,
Woo!
yay!
It's not
I'm
like our best night. Okay, look. You have bad nights, okay? Bad nights happen. But did you see the best comment? That we can do it. Stephen King wrote his bestsellers while high.
yes, yes, I saw that.
That
Amazing.
that is the chaos demon way.
That was inspiration.
You
We
can do
need.
it high, you can do it tired, you can do it grumpy, you can do it sad.
Okay, I got 1,694 words total.
Jessica, you are like crushing it.
So I'm done with that.
You're doing really well. I
You
am finally caught up to where I should have been on the 5th. Oh, Lord,
got it, but now
help
you
me.
basically have the rest of the month to write as you recover.
Oh, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's happening because it depends on if they have like modified duty or not. I don't know if they will. So all I know is that I continue to have the week off that I was supposed to have off. And
Ugh,
then
well,
for now, that's what I know.
at least
What
there's
hap-
that, but
what happens to me after that, I will have to wait for my fate on Friday.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. It really put a damper on my birthday week, let me tell you.
Yeah, yeah. Your job is
What
trying to
am I
take you
supposed
out.
It wasn't the guy's fault, okay?
I just said your
He knew
job,
no
not the dude in
uh,
particular.
the patient did not know what he was doing. He did not do it on purpose. Like, sometimes they do shit on purpose. That he did not do on purpose.
Ugh.
It was a circumstance that occurred.
Yeah, we gotta get you out of the bedside.
One day. One day. Yeah. Every year into 40, I'm like, yeah, I don't know how the people that are like 60 still do this.
I don't get it. Okay,
Mm-mm.
so I need to be at 19,000 by tomorrow. Where I'm going? I'm basically, even though I'm ahead, I'm still like trying to meet the 1,613 every day. So then maybe
Yeah.
towards the end of the month when I'm like, I'm closer to the 50. So I'm just calculating what I need to write this weekend.
Well, when I'm writing, I'm hitting the 16. The problem is that I had that chunk where I wasn't writing.
Yeah,
So I have to start chipping away at that. Like right now I've technically done like 17 something, almost 18,
that's really good.
which is good. And I guess anything we add now will chip away at getting me from October 5th to October 6th goal. But
Exactly.
you want to do another 30-minute one so it's not like forever long, and then we can
Yeah.
all We can all get through. I feel like, can I just tell you that I feel like this whole week has been cursed? Like between the back thing happening and then everything with my doctor's appointments and all that shenanigan, you know what I mean?
Shenanigans.
There we go. And like having to like last minute find new doctors and doing everything. And then today, even with the car, like I was trying to get my insurance and Geico was like, oh, we're going to send it to you through the app. We don't do this on the phone anymore. And I'm like, I just want to reinstate my policy, right? And they're like, the app's not working and the links aren't working and like everything's not working. And we finally had to do it over the phone. And we had called them so many times. And they were like, no, we don't do this. No, we don't do this. No, we don't do this. And then finally somebody was like, okay, fine. We will actually talk to you and find out what you want. We're like,
I
your
hate
shit's not
when you
working.
have to
Your
be like,
shit's not working.
go do it in the app. No, I'm calling you.
And I'm calling you because your app's not working. Like, I will do it in the app if your app was working. But if your app's not working, I need a human. And then what really got us is that, like, the guy that sold us the car, his English wasn't fantastic, his Spanish, stellar. So, like, Jesus is helping me. Um, so he had started the conversation and he'd started it in Spanish. So we had a representative in Spanish. And then because Jesus isn't on my policy, he couldn't translate for us. And even though this lady spoke perfect English, because she could perfectly tell me that she couldn't handle this because she needed to transfer me to an English person, she sent me to another person. So I was like, how many representatives do I have to talk to today
Oh
for this to
no.
happen?
Why isn't he on your policy? Isn't it cheaper to combine if you're on one
Probably.
policy?
I know we have to look at that, but he wasn't on it like at the time. So she's like, "Oh no, you can't translate." I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. It's usually cheaper in one household. Look
I
into it.
don't know. I think, but we're not married.
Household.
We are a household. That's true. We both live here. See, that's why you have you've shown me so many ways in the car insurance.
It looks like if I ever want to be employed again, that's the only way I'll be able to be employed.
Ugh,
Vomit.
no, don't do that. No, we need to get you a
Well,
new
that's
thing.
why I'm not employed. Because I'm like, okay, do I want to go back to that or do I want to have the will to live? I'm holding on. I chose the will to live, so I'm just broke instead.
I
Um,
mean,
you know.
I don't know if I have either.
Yeah. I definitely didn't have it when I was working. And there are some rough days here, but there's nothing like this time. I was thinking about this time last year. Mm, 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 no.
Work's actually not that terrible in this hospital. The last hospital was pretty bad, and it was more like the personalities and stuff, and it really makes a huge difference, especially when you're in, like, a high stress environment where you have to all rely on each other. If the team doesn't work, the team doesn't work, and it's never gonna work, and you're gonna have a miserable time,
Mm,
you know? And it's
yeah.
kinda nice. I mean, the one thing I like about night shift is, like, as long as it's, like, doable, we get, like, the bulk of our stuff done, and by, like, 10 or 11 o'clock, we usually sit, like, in the center of the unit so we can see everything, and we have dinner together like a family, and people get up and we answer stuff and we do things and you cycle in and out, but, like, we actually eat dinner with like, as a family in my unit. So it's kinda nice, you know? So you get that, like, almost like team bonding, like, but
That's
naturally and
cute.
not in the weird HR kinda way. And, like, you can you can actually, like, it just makes it easier to work together, and especially when it's, like, high stress. So, that
Yeah.
was not what it was like in my old job.
I have never been a nurse, but I understand that from waiting tables and bartending. Because when you had the crew, even on the busiest night, but you're like, oh, everyone in the kitchen is solid, everyone out here is solid. You knew it was like
Yeah.
it can be hectic, but it was gonna work. It was nothing worse than like a Friday night, a football game, and you got the freaking C team on, and then me, because I'm always on the A team, baby. Okay, I'm like, oh, I'm about to carry this
You
entire
are.
shift. God.
You are the A team, baby. You're my A
Ah,
team.
those days.
Yeah, no, it makes a huge difference, especially, like, when shit hits the fan, like, anytime it's really busy like that. Sorry, working out my back. But, it just makes a big difference. Especially, like, you can just trust everybody and, like, everybody knows their like, everyone sort of slides into their roles, everyone's gonna do their thing. You don't have to, like, worry about like Peter over here. Like, what the fuck is Peter doing?
Yeah, I get it.
For the record, there's nobody on my unit called Peter, so I feel like
The amount of people, especially in healthcare, that make TikToks at work, like that's what that just made me think of.
I
It's terrifying.
don't know how people do that. I really don't. I really don't. First of all, like I don't know where you're doing it because I feel like anywhere in
Alyssa,
that
they're
unit
doing it
you
like
violate HIPAA.
at
Anywhere in that
they're
unit
doing it.
you
I've
violate
seen
HIPAA.
TikToks from them in patient rooms, in I don't know what you call them, storage where you have medicine or
Mhm.
supplies. I've seen them in the OR. I've seen them
I
at,
feel
I
like
don't know what
the
you call it,
OR has
physical
more time.
nurses station.
Mhm.
I've seen it there, and like a lot, the OR ones are usually there's no
You're
one
like in
in there.
between cases or
Yes,
procedures. I can
I know
see
they have a
that. Like,
lot of
and there
time
you can have
downtime.
downtime,
Yeah.
but like
But I'm like,
the
you're in
like
a
floor
patient
nurses.
room or doing something, or like the ones I've seen where it's like them talking about, oh, on the way to a code blue or something. What do you mean?
I was gonna say when they do like the this is a pen, not a vape, just kidding. He when they do like the sad I just lost my patient thing, that those ones get me because it's like, yes, I feel that, I understand that, I know the like I know all of the feels that go into this, but like what you doing pulling out your phone right now?
Yeah.
That's what I can't understand.
I don't, I mean, even like people, and I've watched some of them, whatever, teachers in their class. I'm just and I mean, you see what happened to all those people who were like doing their day in the life working from home in tech. I don't see a lot of those anymore.
What's weird about the teacher ones is that like a lot of times they'll have like student stuff in them and
Mhm.
like did the students sign off on that? Did their parents? Like, it's weird. Those ones are weird to me. That would weird me out.
Mhm.
And the
Yeah.
other day in the break room, one of the aides was trying to do a TikTok, and one of my coworkers was like, get that phone. I don't want to see if I see myself on TikTok in the background of your things. I'm gonna come for you. I'm gonna sue your ass." And I'm like, and like rightly so, because
Exactly.
I, if you
It's
didn't ask to be put on the internet at work,
yeah. I mean, just when I see TikToks of like, even when they mean well, they're like, oh, look at this person dressing so nice. But I mean, you're still filming a stranger. I'm always like, God, there's probably a video out there of me. It's probably not nice because I always look horrendous. Or like when I was in college, and there wasn't, I guess Snapchat. Was Snapchat around? I'm trying to
I'm
think.
old. We did not
Instagram,
have that.
obviously not TikTok, but I was like, I swear, because I used to be in the I had to work full time, but I would be in the library like late till it closed to like 2 a.m. And
Don't
I would
get
fall
fired
asleep
with me.
all the time. I'd be like, I'm like, there's probably a picture of me somewhere that someone took of me just knocked out in the library in my little corner. This is true.
I mean, I know there are probably plenty of embarrassing pictures of me at frat parties, but they're on disposable digital camera rolls that were developed. They're not on the internet
Yeah.
because
Most
I
of
got
my
to grow
red
up.
solo cup photos were on a digital camera and probably
There's
on a
maybe
probably on a Facebook album, and it probably is deleted if that person, unless that person still has their Facebook. That was most of my
there's probably somewhere maybe a few Facebook photos of me being a little bit, you
yeah.
know,
But other than
youthful.
that, just people filming people or a thing. People will film someone, usually someone attractive, and they're like, TikTok, do your thing, help me find this person. What are you gonna do? You are you
But they
gonna
do though. But they find people. It's
yeah,
creepy.
it's terrifying. I never want to be those like
Don't come find me,
that
honey.
one dude who everybody was canceling. I never followed him because I don't want you looking at my thing, but I think his name was Yuval or something. And he basically, people would be like, you can't find me. And then he'd go through their account. And
Oh,
I'm
that
like, what
guy.
is wrong with y'all? Why do you want someone trying to find you? Like, that's crazy. I don't invite that energy. No, thank you.
Don't come and find me.
No.
Just don't do it.
Mm-mm.
It's not it won't be good for anybody.
No,
Don't
no,
come
it
and find
won't
me.
be. Okay.
It won't be.
There's a trending sound. Well, there's many trending sounds from Kamala Harris, but
Yes,
one of them was
it's
about
like that.
her
It's
ownership.
like that.
Yeah,
Don't come in my house.
please don't.
Don't come to my house
Okay,
uninvited.
mind your business. Mind your
Handy,
business.
handy Andy and I.
Please, please.
Handy.
Yeah. I both love and loathe the internet. Like, of course, it's done so many wonderful things, but then every day I'm like, y'all are dumb.
Yeah, they are
Hmm.
dumb. But then again, when we were like 15, we were in AOL. Well, maybe not you, because I don't know if you had
Oh, I
AOL
was
chat
in
rooms, but I
AOL
was in
chat
AOL
rooms,
chat rooms, totally talking
catfishing,
to pedophiles.
catfishing people who were probably
Age, sex,
catfishing me.
location.
My boyfriend, who is 21 and
Mhm.
his name was Angel, okay? He probably,
Exchanging bad poetry in poetry
you know,
forums.
and it was so funny because I was going in like the Britney Spears, the backs, like chat rooms, whatever, but it was that ASL. And I also had a boyfriend
ASL.
in Arizona. Now I actually knew was like actually my age because my mother got me a webcam for Christmas, and so we would video chat.
My mother would have never.
I
My mother,
also
the IT executive,
This
would
is
never have allowed that.
aging me. Well, my mother was not an IT executive. I was the
She
IT
would have been
executive in
like,
my house.
absolutely
I was the
not.
computer expert in my
You
home.
are not
When
getting traffic today.
Oh yeah, but I don't know. Obviously, I think about that back then. I'm like, yikes. But I mean, I was an innocent child. I never did anything crazy on it. But um,
I mean, the
yeah,
things that I did though, the amount of times I've like gotten into cars with strangers to like drive around and I don't know, do things I shouldn't have been doing because that's what you did in like 2001. Like, I don't know. It was a
I've
different
seen that.
time.
People like, I could have just been found in a ditch, and the
There
world
were
was.
so many times I should have ended up in a ditch.
I was pretty straight edge in high school because I was and still am terrified of my mother. Um, but it wasn't as much internet safety, especially not in those chat rooms. I mean, I wasn't telling people where I was. My age, when I did ASL, it was my age, F, and then SC. I never said where in South Carolina I was. But, it was a different time. Now,
You
you
were
have
in
a
like
profile picture, and
12
people are like, I
High
see
Court Drive.
I see where the shadow is in your window and how that's hitting a street lamp. And now I know that you live in the southern quadrant of something. They couldn't do that back then. So it was a different time.
I've
It was chat
never
room.
understood why people like vloggers and stuff or just people on the internet in general like take pictures of their front door. Do you know what I mean? Like you see people, they're like, "Oh my god, our Halloween decorations are up."
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't.
I
No.
don't, or even I've seen people mention this on TikTok. They're
Our
like
new house.
people who, yeah, that or like girlies. They're like, oh, I live in this new high rise and I can see this business from my floor. Girl, not you telling us where exactly you live. It's, mm,
No.
yeah.
Or like when your stories are basically you could follow the person throughout their day.
Yeah. Well, they're like,
They're like,
oh, this
"Oh,
bakery is just a mile from my house. Maybe you
maybe
shouldn't.
not. Maybe don't tell people that." That's how that guy finds everybody.
But that's not common sense, I fear.
No. They they're gonna end up in ditches. Not
Yeah.
these bitches. We avoided the ditches.
I survived. So now I'm in my home.
Um,
And I would just ask
Santa,
no one ever come to my home uninvited. Thank you.
ditto.
Thank you.
Everybody at work's like, "Oh, you're on vacation. Where are you going?" To the
Like,
house I pay for. That's where I'm going. I'm going to the house I pay for.
I'm going to enjoy my mortgage. I'm going to soak up this electricity I'm paying for. Yeah. Even I've stopped usually posting if I'm like somewhere, which I don't go many places, posting even like, like the tags on Instagram. So usually if I am somewhere, I'll post a picture later and maybe tag the location. I'm not going to tag it while I'm there.
Yeah.
Or the big influencers are like, I'm going to vacation. and you've already been saying this stuff, and then you're saying where you're going. Y'all have no sense of self-preservation.
No, they don't. I don't think they care, but I also think they just like the attention.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
there's that.
everything's for content. Just like I feel like there's some people where it felt more genuine who were posting about Hurricane Milton, but then it also felt like a lot of people who were like, "Ooh, I'm using this hurricane to make content." That feels fucking weird.
Apparently, the concrete house lady hasn't been heard from in 17, well, probably more hours now.
Ooh.
So,
Or all the
we'll
people who were like
see.
at Disney or going to Disney. I'm like, why is this? I know Disney gonna be open because they're greedy, but I'm like, they're like, we didn't know. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that we've been talking about this hurricane since Helene happened, and usually with something like that, you can contact Disney and like change stuff. But they're like, oh, they're going anyway, making vlogs about like, get ready with me to go to Disney.
I
It's
saw that one
cool.
girl like packing up her suitcases.
Get
Um, I
to
I just yeah. What's getting me is the conspiracy theories about the liberals seeded the clouds.
Alyssa,
Okay,
duh,
okay,
because they're hitting the red
let's
states. Dibs
let's
can
stop.
control the weather. We're powerful. Ah, witchy. Someone was like, "Oh, and right before an election, do you mean hurricanes?
And
Do you mean hurricanes?"
I mean, that's just what happens in October, man.
I'm like,
Every year.
"Oh, we're doomed. Oh, we are doomed."
There's a reason you don't go to like Aruba now. Like,
Yeah, I'm like, somebody in one of the comments was like, "Do people not like religiously check weather when they plan vacations?" I'm like, obviously not, because I do.
I do. I check it like weeks in advance and start planning a wardrobe, and then
Because
I
I'm
keep
like,
checking it and making
okay,
adjustments as we get closer.
if I was planning a trip myself, I particularly would be going to like Arizona May through September because it's going to be earthly hot. I'm like, before even booking a trip, I'm like, oh, what's the weather this
Right.
time of year?
Are the liberals going to turn the sun up at that time? Is that what you're telling
Oh,
me?
oh God. They must have a switch, a little dial. They're just like,
Turn, turn, turn on the sun.
yeah. I just am like, and then there's just more. I'm like, when does the hurricane season end? My God, I'm tired. And I'm not even being affected, but I'm stressed out. I have friends who live in Florida. My mom lives in South Carolina, close to the coast. I'm just like, this is stressing me out.
It is a lot. My dad lives on the intercoastal, so like he's been
And then,
he's
I
been
mean, you
evacuated
saw
a
what
lot.
happened to Western North Carolina and Eastern
I know.
Tennessee. So it's like, don't even have to be on the coast.
I was gonna say, like, I remember when he moved down there, I was like, "Oh, are you gonna go to Asheville?" And I think he like briefly looked at Asheville, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna move to the coast, and I'll deal with hurricanes. Like we had hurricanes here, I'll deal with hurricanes." And then to see Asheville just like absolutely
Asheville's
destroying us.
beautiful. I've always wanted to go back. I have a friend who lives there or outside. Luckily, she was further out and she lives there on like a well. So they were like fine just without power for a while. But yeah, that is, oh,
Yeah, it's bad.
everything is
Hurricanes
just
suck.
making me go, oh, I
But
just
then you
think,
have to remember is that there are patients. Like, here's the thing. Like, I think so. There's a really great book. I think they made it into a show, 5 Days at Memorial. It's about Memorial Hospital in New Orleans during Katrina, and it is the first half you cry, and the second half you're just furious, and you forget, I think, that there's like people that have to stay there. So like the inmates have to stay there.
yeah, they
The
don't
people that
have,
are too sick to move have to stay there. So there's people that have to take care of those people too. So it's not even just like, oh, there's inmates, and if you want to be like whatever your thoughts are on criminals, no, there's people that are there to tend to those criminals. So where does your empathy lie, right? Like at some point you're going to hit somebody that you empathize with, even if you're a terrible person. Like
people are,
and that's horrible.
when people are like,
And you
why
gotta
don't people
like
just evacuate? I'm like, it's expensive to evacuate everywhere.
also the amount of people I saw that were turning around because there wasn't gas and you
Yeah.
weren't moving and you weren't getting
Mhm.
anywhere. And at some point you had to decide, am I gonna stay stuck on this road or do I
Yeah.
hunker down at home?
Yeah.
And you have to turn around before you run out of gas.
The one time we evacuated when I was growing up, and then luckily nothing was damaged when we got back. But we were just going more inland. So it should have been a normal to would have been 90 minutes is usually how long it takes. It took us over 12 hours to get there. So there was just moments we were just sitting on the highway. So it was like, okay, great. If the hurricane comes, it just guess we're just
Yeah,
all
you
gonna
are.
in the car. And luckily it didn't. And yeah, so that's the same thing in Florida. And so yeah, I saw someone did tell me like they had some free Ubers to shelters or whatever, but I'm like, it's not enough. And we also don't have a good
It's not
system in
enough.
place. We don't have public transportation, like a great mass evacuation plan. Um,
I'm right. I realize that this actually says Writing Springs. Did you never tell me that I wrote Writing Springs on this back?
I didn't notice that till you said it. I didn't notice that. Oops. Well, don't write like
Nope,
Alyssa.
that's a chaos right there. You know, I mean, we have no systems in place. I mean, I've been stuck in the city for, was it 2 blackouts? No, I was stuck in 1, my brother was stuck in 2. And I mean, that was horrible, right? And, like, you can't nothing was running, like, you can't get out, like, you can't do anything. You're just, like, stuck walking up 40 flights of stairs to somebody's apartment and staying, you know,
Ugh.
like, overnight. It was fun, it was a party, but then in the morning, you're like, "I do need to go home." Like, I can't stay here. There's, like, people sleeping on the street outside the Port Authority, and it's not like the normal people, it's, like, people in suits. They didn't have anywhere to go, and, like, it's it was, but I've never had to evacuate, and I can't even imagine how bad that would be.
Yeah.
But evacuating here would be like, one of the power plants, like, implodes, and I'll just die because
Okay.
nuclear waste is gonna kill me.
It's someone was saying they were like, I wonder if we're going to start seeing like a great migration of people from coast. I mean, it has to happen eventually. Like, I know that insurance companies have pulled out of Florida or making it so expensive to insure your homes and cars in Florida, which I don't think is fair. Um, and someone was like, don't come to the Great Lakes because of what the winter. It's like, that's going to be one of the best locations to go. I feel like everyone's going to be around the Great Lakes, or like, I guess maybe Wyoming and Montana may get a higher population. I don't know. Because yeah, I'm sure everyone won't leave
Um,
Florida or whatever, but it's like, it's not seeming like and it's not easy to move either. Everyone can't just move. When people are like, why don't you just move out
no,
of
you
Florida?
have to
It's not
have
just that
money.
easy.
You
You
have
have
to
to have
have
a job.
money.
Moving is so expensive, just in general.
Moving is expensive. You have to have a place to go. You have to have, like,
Yeah.
things lined up. You have to
All
have,
these
if
companies are
you have
being pains
families
in the
or, like,
ass
kids.
because they're like, you can, like, even when I've been looking for jobs, it'll say remote, but it'll be like, you have to live in this state. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay. So they're being
I
extra
fixed
picky
it.
about that. Hmm?
Doesn't say Springs anymore.
Oh, but it's just just thinking back to Al Gore. And I know there were probably climate people before that saying stuff, but I don't remember. But I remember Al Gore, and just even if we had listened to him, what was that, 2000? Like,
Mhm.
if we had made
The
changes
last
back
spot.
then, like, where could we be now?
Probably in the same spot, actually.
You know, huh?
Probably in the same spot,
I'm saying if we
unfortunately.
had actually made changes back then, not just like him being president, like we had made actual changes with how fossil fuels and
Yeah.
all those things, instead of being like, you know what, paper straws.
Paper. Don't get me started
Yeah,
on paper straws.
paper straws. Like, I hate it. I'm sorry to
Ugh.
yap so much. I've
That's
awoken.
I think we've yapped so much that I can't write anymore, but that's okay. This has been
Oh no! But I saw a video
I'm
about
tired now.
Singapore, and I've always heard that Singapore is very clean, and it was like saying how they do their trash pickup and they actually recycle their recycling, and like they burn their trash, but like they siphon out the toxic things, and then it's like you reuse to like make roads and like power things. And I'm like, hello?
Why can't we do that? But they also put money into, like, infrastructure, and I don't
Oh,
know if you've driven on a road, especially in the Northeast in the last few years,
Alyssa.
but
I've
no
driven
money
on
has
a
been put
road in
into infrastructure.
Louisiana. Okay. Most of these bridges are 10 plus years overdue for maintenance.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
like,
like, mm,
roads, why are they important? We just drive on them every day.
yeah. Some of the bridges going into the city terrify me at this point. Like, if you're ever on the lower level of the GW, I almost said the underside, the lower level of the George Washington.
Mhm.
If you like looking up, I'm like, this is scary. Like,
Mhm.
this is this frightens me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die. So, oh god. All right. So the 15th, we are doing this again. We are going to write
Hopefully, I have
lots.
more energy on that day. I'm not going to be doing day sprints that day, so I should have more energy.
I'm gonna do my darndest to not wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and then spend all day either in the car or at a car dealership buying a car to the point where like
Well, I hope you're not buying another car on Tuesday. If you are,
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna give me some money.
The way Jesus was looking at that Tacoma today,
He doesn't need a Tacoma. Tell him I said it.
that's what I kept saying.
You
But
don't need no for what? To do what?
that's what
To
I
do what?
said. What are you hauling?
Yeah, no.
If that's the case, then we're gonna do a lot more projects in the house.
Put him to work.
Mm-hmm. It's right, bitch.
I wish this dishwasher could load itself. Like, come on, where are we? Where when I was watching the Jetsons when I was younger, I really thought we would be ahead in a different place.
I have you ever seen the people like that have two dishwashers? Like
No?
two
Who has two dishwashers?
that is like the height. I think that is like
That's
if I was rich, there would be signs. So what they do is, for the most part, there's always one that's clean. Like
Mhm.
there's always one that's dirty and there's always one that's clean. So like you kind of are always cycling between the dishwashers. So
Okay,
like
but the
say you get a
dishes
little
still have
behind
to
on your
go in the
dishes.
sink.
So some things have to go back in, right? But say you're like you unload one and then you've got one that you're kind of loading. But if there's a delay, there's kind of like always somewhere to put the dishes that isn't the
Mhm.
sink.
No, I
Cause like
understand that. I just my dishwasher is
it's
empty. I unloaded it earlier. I don't want to go put the dishes in the dishwasher, but I
see,
also
I don't mind putting them in. I don't
the
like
way
taking
I
them
am
out. I also
raised,
don't like putting my laundry
I
away.
cannot go to sleep with a dish in the sink. So I have to go do it.
Oh,
I'm just
I don't
saying,
have
I want it to be I have to shut down the kitchen properly or I can't go to sleep. Like I just can't do it.
I don't have
So
that problem. I just go to sleep.
it's called I think it's trauma from being woken up in the middle of the night by my stepdad because I had left dishes in the sink because I said they were so
No,
clean.
nobody would do that. I
And
would
he was
hit them
like,
with a shoe.
no, get up
If
and finish
you
those.
woke me up, I would throw a shoe at you.
Oh, I was not throwing a shoe at my black parent because I would have died.
Yeah, well, I didn't have those.
I valued my life, and so I did not do
I,
that.
I don't know if it was obvious, but I didn't have those.
It's
It
very
was
obvious,
different.
Alyssa.
It was
There's
different.
signs. The school you went to, there's a lot. I know. I'm just saying.
I was gonna say it wasn't all white people, but it kind of was.
What did you have, a .01 other?
We had a large contingency of like Korean exchange students, and all those kids were like so rich. It was insane.
It's crazy.
Like some of them
Cannot
were like really
believe
high level, like military officials and stuff. Their kids would come, and like these kids had so much money. It was crazy.
I was a poor and now I'm a slightly less poor.
I'm okay,
I know.
but if too many things happen, I won't be okay. I'm not that okay. I'm like 80% okay
Well, that's pretty good.
today. Tomorrow, a month, I don't know. We'll see. Take it day by day in this economy.
Honestly.
Now that I have a car payment again, and it's like twice my old car payment, even though it's like the same fucking car.
Ew.
They were telling like the numbers for some of these cars. I'm like,
My algorithm was listening to you because I got a TikTok that was like, "How are people affording cars?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't. I
we
just
went and had lunch while they were like doing whatever they had to do to get the car ready, right? And um his cousin's like a teacher or something like that, speech therapist or something. And I know she had gotten a car recently. And we're walking in and it just hit me. I was like, how does she afford a car? Because like I know what they make. And then it's like, how does anyone afford a car? Because like I'm stressed and I know the differences in our paycheck.
I don't know. The
It's terrifying. I don't know how any of it's sustainable. Absolutely none of it.
It's not.
Because it's not.
And they just make cars cheaper and cheaper.
I will say the warranty with the Toyota, I mean, it's pretty good. It's like 10 years or like 126,000 miles because I think they put it on top of the miles when you buy the used car, whatever it is. So mine's like 126, and it's bumper to bumper the whole time. That's pretty damn good. Most of
They
the time,
should.
they're like, you get three of them, and the car is only built to last for three and a half.
Yeah. Uh,
Anyway, well, I'm sorry we were so yappy and not so righty.
I hit my goal. I just have to find the willpower to
What
get up.
happens when you have writing springs?
Nigel's. Oh, I need to wash my face. I don't want to. I just want to lay down and look.
Oh, I don't care about anything. I'm gonna take my muscle relaxer and lay down and just wait for the drool.
I have to clear the dishes out of the sink and wash my face, and then I can go to bed.
See, if you took a muscle relaxer, I don't think you'd care about the thing.
But I don't. I don't. Well, I don't have a muscle relaxer to take.
Well, you shouldn't take it unless you need them. She's like, you
I
can
have
take
the
these three
weed.
times a day, and I was like, I am not taking this three times a day, man. She's like, you might get sleepy if you do that.
Maybe
No shit.
I have
How
the
about we
weed,
just do it
but
at bedtime?
maybe I will hit the pin.
Oh,
Eat an edible. I haven't had one in a while.
I'm not allowed to smoke anything.
I'm sorry.
Anything. According to my pulmonologist, not even my birth control. That's my favorite thing he ever said to me. He came back in the room to reiterate that I'm not allowed to smoke anything. And he then said the words, and not even your birth control. And I want to know who's smoking
Who's
their birth control. I need to know what that does.
Are these strawberry lemonade edibles? I don't have one of those.
Those are
But
fine. He didn't say I couldn't do that. He just said I can't smoke anything.
that's fair.
Anything.
Who is smoking?
I
Yikes.
need to know where he got that from. Anyway, 15th, we're back again. Same time. It will be better. It'll be better. I think if I film that vlog, that like writing routine vlog, I think that'll help me. So maybe I'll do that this weekend.
Do it.
Yeah, and that's maybe how I'm gonna get to catch up.
I believe in you.
Anyway, I guess I have to end this, right?
Yes. Bye.
Bye. It takes a second.